Flying what? Okay, 1 second. I have to see who was voicing there. Ah, god damn it, too slow. Yeah, I just wanted to check if Daring Do was raised by Ashley Ball as well, since she was Rainbow Dash design and she was Rainbow Dash alter ego within the story, so in Read It and Reap, and I missed it. So yeah, Daring Don't. Another fun episode, I have to say. I was very much giggling and having fun all the time. It was for a Polsky episode, it was not so over the top as some of them are. A line I really liked was by Rainbow Dash when she's like, how can she, so she can put every minute of her life into writing this book, and I guess this was a little bit of a wink from the writers of the show towards fans like, hey guys, you know, this is our job, but we have lives beyond it. And guys, this also goes for YouTubers, okay? We have lives too. For example, my next Ask video might take a while longer, but I try to get back to the Ask videos throughout season 4, but it will be a little bit slower, even slower than usual. What they done right, I mean, Daring Do is obviously an Indiana Jones reference, and they played very nicely with the theme. They had the head, what needed to be picked up all the time. They even, the first time I was really like, what? When they traveled to her house and they made this map with the line, and this was a very nice reference to Indiana Jones, and then of course Pinky drawing the line was like wah wah wah. It was a nice twist on those things that she's actually doing it. Even so, they kind of did a similar thing in The Emperor's New Groove, didn't they? Where they are kind of leaving the marks behind them but don't understand why. But yeah, Pinky is doing the job for them. Getting distracted again. By the way, small detail I realized by watching the typewriter. God, the typewriter. If you haven't seen it, check the episode again and look out for the typewriter which is standing in Daring's house on the desk. I'm not saying what is up with it, but the typewriter, guys. The typewriter. It's amazing. One thing that really got to me, I saw her come in when still in disguise as an author, and I was like, you recognize this pattern with this color pattern. I was like, it's Daring Do, it's Daring Do, she signed one of the same person. And I was like, yeah, I figured it's not like last time. It took me until very, very short to the end to figure out that it was Pinky. No, I was like, I recognized her immediately, and she revealed the secret anyways right away. This was kind of a letdown. I was so proud of myself that I finally figured it out, and then this... It all was pretty much a great mirror for fanboying and over-the-topness of fans and the problem of keeping fiction and reality out of each other. And it was a great transition when the main 6 were all outside of the house in front of the window, all just looking in and being completely interested because they were used to Daring Do being a fictional character, and right now they witnessed Daring Do in an actual fight, but instead of jumping in and helping her right away, which would have cut the episode rather short, so I'm fine with it, I guess. They're standing there actually watching. Needs a Fluttershy to remind them, shouldn't we go in there and help them? I really like Fluttershy in this episode, I want to point out. AJ, I can't recall much from her. Verity also had only very few lines. Pinky was, especially considering that Polsky likes to do her especially random, was calm. She was calm for Polsky. Oh wait, when she was standing on the pole and was like hula hooping with the ring, that was great. Yeah, then Rainbow, of course, it was more or less a Rainbow episode. Big surprise there. Twilight also didn't really got a lot to do, but it was nice, the banter between the two. Who is the nerd down? Who is a greater fanboy? Story-wise, you once again have to keep in mind that it is dealing with a lot of parodies and playing jokes on the Indiana Jones or adventure genre in general. Therefore, a lot of the really, really ridiculous plot twists within this episode were there as a parody. So for smaller kids, it's probably just fun that this kind of ridiculous random stuff happens, and for us older kids, oh yeah, I just said that, we have these references to these old adventure movies which were ridiculous in their own matter and really like worthy. I enjoyed it. There were two aspects I kind of had a problem with, even considering the whole parody angle on things. This was the first thing, that Daring Do was fighting with all the cats, I just call them the cat gang. That she was fighting with them on the ground. I mean, she had the upper hoof, she was beating them one by one, but my idea was she has the ring, she is there, all she needs to do is fly up and be safe. This was the thing what I realized when we got first introduced to Daring Do, that it kind of was necessary that she had this broken wing, because the odds were far too much in her favor if she would not have this limitation. And of course at this time it was very important for Rainbow Dash to be able to bond to her in this way. My coffee is getting cold. You see, I had this great idea to make myself a coffee for this after show first impression rambling, and then I'm so in the rambling mood that I totally forgot, so let's have a coffee break. Okay, now we're getting ridiculous again. And the second aspect was this obligatory screw-up moment. When Rainbow Dash was kind of stalking her, I was already like, oh my god, now the evil guys will hear Rainbow talking too loud or something stupid like that. And I was relieved every single time this did not happen. And then there's the moment where she comes up with, I hold your hand! At least it was not a complete fanboying moment, it was just a really stupid moment which was driven by fanboyism. And of course Daring gets instantly captured and Rainbow has a self-doubt and feels like, oh my god, what have I done? Then in the end it all got this twist, or this is a new angle on the whole thing, that Daring actually wanted to get captured, and therefore it was intentional that she was fighting on the ground, and it has also been intentional that she got caught, and therefore those two cliches, while still in there, didn't leave this bitter aftertaste. The plot actually overcame this cliche aspect of the cliche. Huh. I shouldn't drink so much coffee while reviewing. This makes me weird. Also, of course, great fighting battle scene in the end. Very much action and a lot of stuff going on in the background and foreground while main plot is happening somewhere else, which was also nice. Good solution in the end with Daring Do being atop of things, and oh god, it's ridiculous when she's pulling the rock out of the wall. I mean, what the hell? Yeah, I liked that in the end there was not this moment where Rainbow had to correct her own screw up. No, she actually had been there to help Daring with something Daring screwed up, because Daring underestimated the weight of the ring, and without all the remaining 5, which usually does not include Twilight, but this time it does, are there to distract all the other people in the place. It is hard to see how she would have pulled it off if she would actually have been alone, but I liked that it was not the absolute used up formula of protagonist screws up hero, but comes there and becomes the hero of the day by rescuing the hero. No, the hero was the hero all the time. Daring Do had most of the stuff under control, but she would probably not have been able to lift the final ring and destroy the whole palace without help. So it was a nice adaptation of this kind of overused scene. Seems to be a thing with season 4. This is the second episode being this kind of nostalgic orient, talking about development in season 4. No continuity! I don't really see a problem in it. They don't really have to acknowledge it in every episode, especially when it is an episode in which Twilight, who is probably the person who is developing the most time currently into it. I mean, first step of every big project is research, and that's pretty much what Twilight is there for. So I didn't really miss the whole continuity thing with the box and the keys. It's just they should not drop it completely for too long. But one episode in between, hey, it was... Considering the meta plot, it was filler, but it was a very, very entertaining filler. And last but not least, of course, what should be mentioned is the journal. I have to say, it felt good. It was solid. It was really just a recap. It was, from Rainbow's perspective, it was not dictated. He was really just there writing. And it felt even more natural than it did in, for example, Sisterhood Social. I can remember when there have been 3D Band Rarity at the end and they were dictating it to Spike, and it felt kind of, the setup itself felt kind of constructed, but this was, the main six agreed on keeping a journal about their adventures, and this is pretty much what she did. She was there and was like, okay, it's my turn, it was my adventure. Even so, how do the main six know who is the star of the current episode? The thing is, it felt natural. It was really like a journal entry. A journal in which you keep track of the things you learned in your adventures. For yourself, for the next gen, whatever. This feels a lot more natural, at least this first time. I probably are going to piss people off, but I prefer the journal already to the friendship letters. Dum dum dum! But yeah, nevertheless, it was the first time it was actually used, so still, I'm not calling it a day for now. I'm keeping an eye on it, huh? Journal. Anyways, this is AnY saying see you soon. Hopefully my review will not take forever this time.